Hello and welcome to a Build with Bear game stream. That's right, I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the leg of the site, the emote in the chat. Aristofan is here. Hi, Aristofan. If you're a subscriber, you can throw those emotes back at me. If not, you can just say hi. We are a small but mighty crew right now. Hopefully a few more folks will join us, but if not, that's okay. This is one of my monthly bonus gaming streams where I'm going to play a game because that is just kind of our Wednesday thing. Asmo's here. Hi, Asmo. Dude Wants His Rug is here. Hi, Dude Wants His Rug. We already got a stellar crew. Lashbrook is here. Hell yeah. Look at this. This is a wonderful assortment of fantastic folks. Real supportive crew here. Very happy to have y'all here in the chat. Yeah, Ristofan said good music. I found some, what you call it? Oh, I found some music that I could just play, and it's not going to trigger anything. I got to fix this. Sorry, my curtain is... It's going to bother me. I'm going to move my head and see it, so now it's fine. Ig's here. Hi, Ig. I found some music because I used to do music off of random streams that were okay for me to play and weren't going to trip any alarms or anything on Twitch. But this is just easier. Now I'm just running it literally in iTunes, and then I don't have to worry about streaming and hiccups. Or also, the channel that I was using was starting to do DJ sets, and so you just have people talking, and that's weird. I just didn't want that anymore, so now I'm in control of it. But yeah, we're going to play some Hearthstone. Now, my Patreon. I added a $3 level not too long ago, and the idea with the $3 was when the $3 tier, when I got somebody to join it, it was, okay, well then the $3, $5, and $10 get to vote, like, generally once a month on something that I can play. Oh, Ig just subscribed with Twitch Prime. That is 2 months on a 2-month streak. Thank you so much. Let's hit the old applause there on the soundboard, and we'll hit the... Thank you so much for renewing your subscription. Appreciate it very much. Using your Twitch Prime coin on little old me. That rules. Thank you for that. And also redeeming the gong. Well, it's a gong show, so here we go. Get kind of near the microphone here. And, oops. I banged the gong. We're ready to go. Don't worry. Even when I'm not building, I still got that gong. So as I was saying, basically, $3, $5, $10 get to vote generally once a month on what I play. Now, that's often I'll list a few video games like, hey, here's some games I'm thinking about doing, and they'll vote on one. In this case, I modified that slightly by giving them options, because I wanted to play Hearthstone because we're in new expansion. The meta's cool and different. We're starting to see. We just saw a little bit of some nerfing of some cards. They're trying to balance it a bit, and new cards generally make wild, which is my preferred play, where any card works instead of just the last 2 expansions and classic and normal cards. You can just play any card, any old card, and sky's the limit. I prefer that. That always changes, and it's fun. They revamped the ranking system in Hearthstone, so that's been different. It means that we are now, like, there's 10 tiers within it, but our ranking, the fact that we're in gold means that, like, or platinum, like, we're on our way. We're doing pretty good. I want to remind myself where we're at here. Yeah, we're in Platinum 9. Diamond is the only one better than where we're at, and then Legend. Now, are we going to get to Legend? No, I'm never going to get to Legend. Could we get to Diamond? Maybe. I don't know. But even where we're at right now, I'm happy with it. It rules. So we're going to try to do that. Now, the other thing is, I put up 3 options. Wild. I figured Wild would win because it's really fun. My Wild deck is nonsense in a good way. Standard, no votes are standard. Not surprised. My standard deck is a Warlock deck. It's like a warlock, a dragon deck. I don't. I like playing it, but it's nothing special. It's pretty net deck. It's pretty meta. Um, and then because I just don't want to play Demon Hunter, so otherwise I would just make a Demon Hunter combo deck and that'd be fine. Um, and then I put in, just kind of as a gag, Arena. What if I played Arena? For those that don't know, Arena basically, you are going to build your deck. You don't know the cards ahead of time. You're picking between three. You're going through. There's certain things that happen. There's some cards that aren't in there. Like you're not going to find any Cthulhu cards in there because you would need Cthulhu. There's no reason to have support Cthulhu cards or like Galakron, right? Like it doesn't make sense to invoke Galakron if you don't have Galakron in your deck. So there's some stuff. It's not every single card, but it's cards. And it's a lot of times playing cards that you don't normally see because they don't make any sense like to play because they're not powerful enough for standard or wild. But if they're your best option, they're your best option. Like you see, you're like, you never know what kind of secrets a mage is playing because maybe they just picked any old secret. I don't know. I guess they're going to run that weird secret. Why would they run that one? Well, they did. No. Uh, so it is kind of interesting in that respect. So that tied with Wild. So we are going to do both. We're going to start with Wild. I'm going to go over game. There we are. So there's me in the corner. Hi. We got the game. We do have an overlay, which will show up. You'll see it. I use the from HS Replay, the Hearthstone deck tracker, and you'll see that when we hit a game, and it just it shows the cards, shows like the possibilities of their car. I've optimized it so I don't see their deck, but I do see what the possible secrets could be because it's just helpful to track that. And then it also does track how many times they've invoked Galakron, because that's important. And it tells me how many I've done. We're going to start with Wild, but first let's look at our Wild decks. Now, we have two Wild decks to play tonight. Oh, I'm going to retweet. It's game time. We have... hi, Lord Crashington. Welcome, welcome. So we have two decks that we are playing with here. They are both Evolve. One is better than the other. We'll start with the weaker of the two, Pure Evolve. I built the Pure Evolve deck because there are some new cards that came out in the last expansion that work really well with Evolve, but maybe don't make the cut in Evolve Galakron. So we've got... Oh, we got a weapon, y'all. Bogspine Knuckles. After your hero attacks, you transform your minions into random ones that cost one more. This card, you want a board. Same thing with Evolve. It is a 5-cost 4/2 Evolve. It rules. It's 4/2, but it's twice. So, it's great. But yeah, so I just threw in like Chain Gang and Doppelganger and Creeper, of course, and Hare, and this is a new card as well. Bogstraw Clacker transforms adjacent minions into random ones. So that's great. You just throw that in the middle. And this came out with the minor expansion, the adventure. That's great. And I think that's it for new cards. Yeah, and then just like the usual. Bug Collector. I'm not sure if Bug Collector stays, but I wanted a 2-drop. And it does summon a 1/1 with Locust. Because the thing is, I don't have a lot of... This is my reactionary card. Devolve. That's my reactionary card. So having a 1/1 with Rush on the board is great. And a 2/1 gets in the way. It's a low cost. And then you can evolve it. It can work in combos. It can build your board because you're looking to evolve multiple times. And I got rid of the 5-cost, 4/4, turn something else into a 4/4 because that I'm doing my reactionary moves a little earlier in this deck. So that's what I'm saying. This is a worse deck than uh, Evolve Invoke, which, as I said, I haven't really touched since we added Explosive Evolution. So there's no new cards in this deck. This deck has no new cards from the expansion. Should it? Maybe. Maybe it should. But the problem is every Invoke card is great. So you don't want to get rid of Invocation of Frost. You don't want to get rid of that. You don't want to get rid of Devoted Maniac. You don't want to get rid of Faceless Corrupt, but not Faceless Corrupt. Shield of Galakron, Corrupt Elementalist. You don't want to get rid of any of these cards. These cards rule. So you want to keep them if you can. One other thing. So basically this show has two win conditions. Galakron, which is already a very strong win condition. And then, of course, just evolving into a board that your opponent can't deal with. And then one thing I did want to note, so I put in everything that evolves. So we've got Master of Evolution. That's not a great card. 4/5 transforms one random minion into a random one. It's not a great card, but it's an okay card. I don't think this is a good card. After this minion attacks a hero, transform into a random 6-cost minion. 1. I think a lot of our evolved stuff is better than this card. And 2, not only does it have to stick, it has to attack the hero. So it's not even, so it has to you have to get through a taunt another way. So this is not a good card. And also, there are in Wild, maybe in Standard it's better, but in Wild, there are some very bad 6-drops. I haven't looked at the Standard 6-drops, but in Wild, it's not great. And I should also mention, when it comes to Evolve, it's cards. Not cards in your that you have or whatever. It's any card in Wild because we're playing Wild. So you get. I'll be doing a lot of now what does this do? When did this come out? I don't know. So those are our two decks. Let's actually get into it. It's time to play Hearthstone. And we're gonna start with Evolve. We're going to start with our pure Evolve deck. It's all in caps. Evolve! Also, I'll point it out, because I got it in the mail today. I got a tiny keyboard. It's a very tiny keyboard, y'all. This keyboard is small. It's my wireless streaming keyboard, because it's good to have something small. It's actually very small. But it came in the mail today because my last one did die. And as far as things that for my streaming setup dying and not working anymore, the wireless keyboard is a great problem to have because I used my wired for a couple days while I waited for this. It's just annoying to have to move my wired around and whatever, and it's just easier to have something else. We don't want to start with any of this. We're up first. We don't have the coin. We don't want any of that. We were looking for Firefly. We did not get that. And then, do I want to play this on turn 3 for tempo? No, I do not. I have a wired keyboard like that from using, for the PS2. Heck yeah. For Final Fantasy 11. Okay, so, this is not, Desert Hare is a worse tempo card because you're putting a bunch of 1/1s on the board. Playing a 3-thief for 3 that doesn't transform anything is a bummer. Only transforming one thing instead of adjacent, also a bummer. But I also need things to live on this board at a certain point. I literally have to keep building a board because my opponent is going to remove things. Will my opponent remove a 0/2 instead of hitting my face? Probably not. But I would, I would still like to, are you probably going to attack face? So obviously, you're not going to just do 1 into a 0/2 that's going to heal itself. So we have options here. We know that next turn, we are going to put two 2/3s with taunt on the board, which is great. And then we can evolve that later. We might even end up evolving that on turn 5. We don't know. So, do we evolve this into a 2-drop and just get 1 out of it, and then knowing that we can always mutate if it's something very bad? Yes. Let's do it. 2/2 with taunt. I'll take it. That's going to die. That's fine. It might keep our 3/3 along. The goal would be to have our 3/3 live until turn 5 to make that even bigger. So we'll keep it. Our opponent has so many ways to do so many terrible things to our face that we would like them to not do those things. Okay, so nothing stuck, but I-Beam did not heal our opponent. So, honestly, that's great. Also, getting the Quarter Creeper now is good because we will reduce that cost. We most likely will not be evolving it with our weapon or any other way. These both could get killed, and that's still only going to make it cost 5, which is still too high. What we're going to want to do is we're going to pair a cheap or free Quarter Creeper, hopefully free, but definitely cheap, with Unstable Evolution to just get it to a 10-drop very fast. We're hoping to get a 10, knowing that we can always go to an 11-drop because we're playing Wild. We always have that 8/8 as an out because there are some 10-drops that are not awesome. But there's only one 11-drop, and it is an 8/8. Okay, our opponent has not gotten rid of our 2/3s. Now, what we are going to do here is, it was depending on what our draw was going to be, but I very much feel like we are going to swing our weapon, and we are going to take our chances here. Because it's attack. It's not attack hero. This is attack hero. This is just attack. All right, so we went from a 2/1 and a 2/3 to a 4/5 and a 4/4. Neither of these are really going to mess with us. Neither of these are bad. When I say bad, I mean like, you know that 6-drop that's a 1/1 that also the battle cry is summon a 5/5. Well, you don't get that 5/5 when you evolve into a 6-cost 1/1. So if we see something like that, we want to get rid of it. Yeah, so that is what we're doing here. If our board gets cleared, it makes our Quarter Creeper even cheaper. I would love to build the board a little bit wider for our next swing, but I don't mind this having 9/9 in stats on the board with a 4 attack weapon. I'm feeling pretty good about that. We can also use our Unstable Evolution here. We can use our Evolve here. We could play our 4-drop and Evolve, and then also swing. We've got a lot of stuff we can do. And our opponent probably has a few ways to clear the board. And is probably figuring out what is the best cost-effective way to either do that or get the... Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, okay. You're going to clear that way. No, you're not. You are not. You went face. You went face! You didn't eat the damage. It probably took too long, and you knew how much damage you're going to be eating. But you're going to be eating a lot more damage, because I'm just going to... having Mutate, I said this last time I played, having Mutate is huge right now, because it is a get-out-of-jail-free card. So we're going to do this, and we are going to swing with our weapon, because... Okay, what do we got here? After this many attacks, freeze it. It's still an 8/8, and we are going to evolve out of that later. We got a 5/5 here. That's not a great 6-drop. It's not a bad 6-drop. 6/5 is a good enough 5-drop. We could do some other fancy things, but I'm pretty happy saving these things and then just getting that. And we could have also evolved the 1-drop with our weapon. Here's the thing about evolving a 1-drop into a 2-drop. It's that 0/7 where at the start of your next turn you clear the board. because that thing still exists, y'all. Uh, Doomsayer is still the nightmare of all early evolved decisions. And even though we have the get out of jail free card, it's not worth taking that risk. And also, we did draw the best taunt. I mean, we draw the taunt. I mean, the best totem. We have, like, yeah, it's, you know, if the board clears, we're going to get a cheap reconnect there. This is good. Okay. You're going to attack into that. That's fine. You're going to have a 4-2 and a 2-2. We'll see what else. Okay. The other I-beam. Buy other I-beam. Happy to see you. Now you got a 4. Are you going to go face? I assume you're just going to go face. I assumed right. Our opponent just went face. Oh, also had that. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So and an opponent, yeah. Okay. I'm going to let you know right now, y'all. Beating a demon hunter feels very good. It just feels very, very good. This deck isn't even great at doing that. But it still feels very, very good to beat a demon hunter. All right, we'll do another evolve. Actually, we'll switch over to evolve invoke. I'll show off that. I am gonna play arena at a certain point, but let's see how we go here with this. Drinking some water. All right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So this is the partial dream. This is almost the dream. The actual dream is going second, having the coin, so you can do this on turn 3. So now we know what we're doing on turn 4. The Demon Hunter hate hurts. Asmo, I don't hate it as much as Res Priest. Please understand that I don't hate it as much as that. I will hate nothing. I haven't seen a deck in years that I hate more than Res Priest. So I don't hate it that much. But I do very much enjoy defeating our friends, the Demon Hunters. Alright, so we know what our turn 4 is going to be. And that's a weird thing to say, like, oh, well, we're already planning for our turn 4. But we're planning for a dramatic turn 4. On turn 4, at the very least, we will, for 4 mana, have 3 4-drop minions. And the thing is, there are a couple bad 4-drops, but there's also an 8/8 dragon 4-drop because it heals everyone or something. So its battle cry means that it makes it okay for it to not cost that much. And it's the best. Oh, we got what we wanted there. Let's just go face. Let's just do 2 face. We could pop that bubble. I'm not worried about popping that bubble right now. If this gets big and hectic with Murlocs, we have Devolve. But yeah, the thing is that there's some really good 4-drops and some okay 4-drops. This board is still... Turn 5 may be rebuilding by using Devolve. I'd like to see at least one more Murloc in here. Because we only have 2 Devolves. So we're just going to go face. And then we are going to live the dream. Are we risking some 2-drops here? We could trade these in. We're going to take that risk. And never punished. Okay, so that's not necessarily a great 4-drop. Obviously, it's a new 4-drop. Not particularly wonderful. This is a great 4-drop. If we had any spells, we don't, but they don't know that. This is a good 4-drop. And then decent 2-drops. Decent little 2-drops. That's a new one. I like that art. Okay. So we got to. Our opponent is just going to go face. They are ignoring our board to do massive damage. We have 7 health. Obviously, this is not great. What do we do in this situation? We devolve, and then we attack what we've devolved them into. We're going to get health right now. That rules. What does this do? After a friendly minion dies, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. So that has to go first. This is why we read card descriptions. I mean, something's going to die, but it has to. So that has to go first. This can go here because I'm trying to keep things alive. We'll put this here. We'll put this here. We could have done more damage there, but we have a nice little wide board. We also have Invoke. We have 4-3 versus stats to rush. We have rush friends right now if we want rush friends, and our opponent is probably. Let me guess. You're gonna go with the hunter. No, well, you're taking your time, so you don't have hunter. So our opponent doesn't have hunter because that's a no-brainer. I wonder if Demon Hunter has been added. I haven't done the research. Anybody know if Demon Hunter has been added to Sir Finley? 1 cost, 1 attack? I don't know if that's happened or not. Our opponent is taking their sweet time, so that means they don't have. They just have like, oh, do I want to draw, pay? Ooh, do I want like 1/1? Oh, do I want 2 armor? That's my guess. Oh no, they had the hunter the whole time. What are you doing? You were just waiting for me to concede? I think our opponent was waiting for us to concede, which is rude. All right, so we can rush and kind of clear the board down. We are dead in a few turns if we do not Galacrond or evolve into something that heals us. So this, to me, is our best option. These are not good options, but these are indeed options. Got that, so let's do that. We're just going to do as much damage as we can. Our opponent took a really long time, and I have to assume that they were waiting for us to concede. Because, to me, doing 2 face damage for 2 is just a no-brainer when I have so little health. And they have healing, I assume. Now, they are playing a Murloc deck, so they may not have that much healing, but Paladins have some healing. Wait, are we just about to win? Oh, we just won. Oh, we just won, y'all. We won on turn 7. And why did we win on turn 7? Well, partially because we devolved, but also because our opponent decided to race us and went face instead of clearing our board. And if you are playing an evolved deck, hell yeah, we hit 8. We hit 8. We are 8 platinum. This is the highest I've ever been. I'm hitting the gong on my own because we hit it. We are platinum 8 right now. We have a long ways to go to hit diamond, which I don't think we will. But we are platinum. That rules. Lord Crashington. Lord Crashington's also want me to hit the gong. I hit that gong. If you are fighting a evolve deck, you cannot let them evolve more. You can't let me have a board. Now this deck is harder for me to rebuild a board, although I do get 2/1 with Rush from 7 cards. So 8 cards? Yeah. There are a ton of cards in my deck that give me a 2/1 with Rush. It's not hard for me to rebuild a board. Let's keep Explosive Evolution because this is definitely this card is only balanced because people don't play it. Because people don't traditionally play the kind of decks Pure Evolve or this deck has seen more play. Um, okay, big boys. One would assume our opponent is ramping up to big boys, and then is just going to play a bunch of big boys. I hope that we get Devolve, but also, heck yeah, playing this quest. Uh, let's just ruin your turn. Let's just ruin your turn too. Make you have to use that coin if you want to use that coin. Right? Just going to ruin your turn too. Okay. You had a dragon. You have a dragon. Okay, our opponent has a dragon, everybody. We can live the dream next turn. Not the full dream, but a dream. And what we can do in this turn, which is pretty fun, is... Oh, just make this bigger. There we go. Hey, it's Barnes. This isn't not a great 5-drop. Was this a pretty decent 4-drop? Yes. When they made it 5 cost, it is worse. To just have a... This is not a great 5-drop. Bad stats, okay? Spend some money. Make some big friends. You got a 4 cost. What do you got here? Oh, no. Discard your hand. Okay. Now you have 10 mana crystals. Okay. Our opponent is also living a dream. They have 10 mana crystals right now. I have to think that, well, yeah, neither of those are great. Overflow you want later to refill your hand. You're probably wishing that you would draw an overflow with 10 mana crystals, but all right, it's time for us to live a dream, y'all. We don't have the backup of Mutate to fix our problems, but... Oh, also, oh shit, we're about to mutate again. Well, not mutate, we're going to evolve at the end of this turn. Which is a bit of a shame, because a couple of these cards I wouldn't mind getting, but... Let's see. Okay. Not great 7-drop. Fine enough. Yeah, this isn't bad. Having some 2/1/1 skeletons. That's not bad. This is not... I would not consider this to be great. But I would consider this to be okay. This friend is definitely going to get involved. We got a bunch of options for evolving that. We can't do the coin, do that, but we can rush some stuff in. 2 things are going to die unless we devolve it, but I really don't feel like devolving 1 7-drop is the play. Our opponent doesn't have anything in there, so I think we just overwhelm them. So I think we'll just do that. I wish this had less attack so that this lived, and we could just do that. We're going to do this. We're still going to get 8 in to face, which is great. And then we are going to... I think we're just going to evolve all of this. We're going to save this for something else. That's not a great 8-drop. That's a good enough 9-drop. No. Ooh. No. Well, yeah, you know what? Yes. Because our opponent has big friends. And this will kill a big friend. This will kill a big friend and might kill 2 big friends. Yeah, that thing that goes away and lives. That's not good. That's why we have Devolve. That's why we have Devolve. Now, it would be great if this took it. It would be rad if this took 8. I'll take 8. Don't. Okay. Well, I'll take 8. So, we could yeah, we could do some shenanigans. Let's just see what happens. I would love this to not be here anymore. So, get out of here. Are either of these important? Well, yeah, I would prefer not to have that around. So we'll get rid of that. I don't care about a 6/2. I don't care about a 6/2. Do I want to evolve either of these into... Do I want to make this a 10-drop? I kind of like it as it is. So, instead, let's just make this a 5-drop. Oh, yeah! We got a 4-drop. I meant a 4-drop. We got the best 4-drop. This is the best 4-drop because it's unbalanced. Because its battle cry is so ridiculous for both people. Okay, well, we don't love to see that. And we don't necessarily love to see that either. But we don't hate to have our 8/8 still on the board. Great. Now you got to get a new big friend to go through this. And I'm just going to run you in there. I am going to attack you there. And I'm setting up for this to turn that or another totem into a 4/4. Or, since we evoked twice, we can now get some big friends. Okay. You're just going to do, yeah, you're going to just do big armor, big armor, big armor. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. This rules. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Dragon's Pack, great, great, great. I kind of want to get a 4/4 on the board. A 4/4. And we'll just wait on that. We'll see what we get here. Healing is good. Let's keep our healing. Let's do this. We'll sacrifice you for the greater good. And we'll do 8. Great. We again have coming into turn 9 some good friends. Turn 10 we have good friends. We got so many good friends. And also lethal, I assume. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we just have lethal. Cool. Our opponent didn't mess around, so we're not going to BM. We're not going to try to do anything fancy. We're not going to clear the 8/8 off the board or anything like that. We're just going to win. We're going to take our victory. We're going to be happy with that victory. And hell yeah, we're Platinum 7, baby, because we're on a winning streak. Platinum 7. Oh yeah, we are doing it. We are doing it. We're making it happen. We are Platinum 7. That rules. Anytime we go up at all, we are doing better than we have that I have done since this ranking system changed. That rules, and let's just get back into it. I don't know when I'm going to switch over to Arena. I will switch over to Arena soon. As I said, I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm going to feel it out. I think a bad game will do it, right? Like, just like a soul-crushing loss. Okay, we're playing a shaman. What kind of shaman are we playing? Extra card. Okay, we're up second. It's good. So we'll keep Frost, and we'll try to build a board. We're looking for Galacron cards. We're looking for Evolve stuff. We found Firefly, which is great because I would love to not coin on Frost. I would love to coin turn 3 on Devoted Maniac. No information on what our opponent's doing, other than they said hello, which is nice. So we will just put a 1/2 down. One of the best 1-drops of all time, not counting the one that is a 1/3 that was a 1-drop for a long time, where if you played spells, it grew in power, which is the worst. All right, so we're living the dream next turn. This is the actual dream, where on turn 3 we play Desert Hair, coin, evolve. We could live that dream next turn. We have to draw the evolve, though. Let's just do this. Let's invoke. We put a friend on the board. We got towards our having a Galacron do its thing. These are all good things. Sorry, pardon me. We still have no information about our opponent and what they're up to. We did not get our evolve, so we cannot live the actual dream, which is to play on turn 3 Desert Hair and all that. So since we can't do that, we're going to use the coin. And we are going to just keep building a board. We'll just build a bit of a wide board here. We have already powered up our Galacron. uh, which is great. And we'll just keep going. Okay. All right, Lightning Storm. We have so many tools to rebuild our board. I am not worried about that. Next turn, we can always Dragon's Pack, which is great. So we'll just do this and this. No reason to use Mutate. Mutate is our get out of jail free card, as mentioned previously. Not worried about that at all. We'll have plenty of time to use that because we have all our evolution tools in this. Ooh, you love seeing that. You love seeing Corrupt Elementalist. No reason to do anything about that. We're just going to build a board. Again, we have no idea what our opponent's deck does because so far all our opponent has done is hero powered and lightning stormed. So I assume soon we'll see. I've been thinking about putting the weapon in this deck. Ooh, okay. After you cast a spell, you summon a legendary. Okay. All right. Well, we don't have any tools to take care of that. Let's see. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're going to do that. Hey, Pat, says Epic Open World. Technically working now, but got some news that will make my job shit for the next 3 months. So fuck them. So sorry to hear that, Epic Open World. You know, that's a fucking bummer. 3 months is a long goddamn time to know that things are going to be rough. Not obviously. I'm happy that it's only 3 months and not forever. That your job won't be shit. Okay, well there's scheme. Okay, and a 4 or 5. Okay, so good luck to you, Epic Open World, and thanks for stopping in. All right, so what do we do here? We got a 4 or 5. We can hero power and get 2 4/4s. You have to imagine our opponent has. So is this just a deck that just wants to play this card? Is this a deck built around this card? It might be a deck built around this card. We can get some 2/1s to run in. That's not as mana efficient. This is what we're doing. We're just going to do that. And then we're going to make a 6-drop. Oh, hell yeah. What's this thing? What this thing do here? Rush Wind Fury. Check this shit out. Great. So we have a 5-drop on here. And we still have Desert Hair to combo with our evolves. Or Unstable Evolutions as we get more mana. Tiamat here. Okay. Seeing Tiamat is not a spell. So we'll take that. That is a 6-drop, which we don't love seeing 6 drops. Or 6 attack, 6 health. Okay, so we could Corrupt Elementalist and get more evokes in. That's not really going to take care of our problem. We can hero power. Yeah, let's just do that. We have been using some of our tools, which I don't love. We still have Devolve. I would love to draw Galakron. Galakron would be great. Because our opponent is now building a fairly big board. No, they're not. They're not. Our opponent is saying, hey, if you have Devolve, you should play Devolve right now. They're building a kind of a big board. Corridor Creeper, that's great. Yeah, we're going to Devolve here and build a board up to die for that. So first we'll Devolve and see what we get. And that's a 1/5 where you play a secret. You just have a secret. So that's fine. We're not going to see that. And that's a 2/3. And then we'll do this. We'll get some 2/1 action here. And I don't care about either of these things, but I care about that a little bit more. I do not care about a 1/5 that requires you to have that that requires a shaman to have spells. Just cannot care about that 2-drop. Okay. You hate to see Hagatha here. Our opponent is going to be generating spells pretty easily to then play those spells, possibly. But we did get a big friend here, which is great. That's good. So we'll do this. I think we're going to save this since we have 2 unstable evolutions and 2 explosive evolutions. And yeah, and 2 evolves. We've got all our evolution stuff, so let's just keep that. And then I think this is probably for the best. I was tempted to just get rid of this and keep a 2-1 on the board, but I actually don't mind my opponent just having a full hand since they're trying to just them generating so many cards. Yeah, you know, I mean, if we get to the point where they just have to play things that aren't strategic, maybe overdraw? That's probably not the best call. Well, that's... Yeah, so this is actually what our opponent is trying to do. It's just weird spell shaman. It's not even big spell. It's just weird spell shaman. King. Played the king. So that's one of the worst cards to draw. Literally, even mutate, devolve. This is probably the worst card in my for us to draw, because it's just a 2/5 that costs 7, which is obviously not great. That's gonna die. Or we're just gonna play it. We're not. Nah. I'm gonna take the loss. We theoretically could turn that game around. I just don't see us doing it. Our opponent has so much resource generation. Clearly had some big spells in hand. And we just weren't going to be able to turn that around. We might have if we had Corridor Creeper as the worst card to draw there. Because even Kronks is a 6/6 for 6, but it gives me Galakron. And it would theoretically might make my opponent nervous that I'm about to play Galakron. So that is still better than what we got. Ugh. All right. Okay. Please not big. Not big. Big priest, fine. Oh, we're living the dream. The actual for real dream, y'all. This is the dream. This is play turn 3, coin, evolve. The actual dream. I love living that dream. Oh, and we got the 1 draw. So we might even have a 1/2. Because we don't know what our opponent's playing right now. All right. Well, they're playing Death Rattle. Okay. Great. They're going to play some Death Rattles. They're going to want me to kill those Death Rattles, or they're going to kill those Death Rattles. They're going to revive those Death Rattles, give them Reborn, and they're going to hope that they can get 40 health and then copy that 40 health minion before I put their life total to 0. We are going to save this because we do not need to play the Invoke portion of our deck right now. Yeah, because we are going to build a board that crushes them faster than they can take us out. And we're also hoping they do not play, in time, a 2/6 with the Death Rattle. 2/6 taunt with the Death Rattle, and then just keep bringing that thing back to life and making big copies of it. We are hoping for that as well. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're living the dream, y'all. The dream. When this card came out and people went, oh, wait, you could just evolve that and have 3 4 drops. Oh, that's a great 2-drop too. That's a good 4-drop. That's a bad. Its stats are fine. Its death rattle is meaningless, and we don't have any Murlocs. Um, but yeah, all right. We're probably gonna play some spells next turn. If this survives, we're playing some spells. We're gonna cast some spells. Our opponent is making uh, a potion. I don't know. I assume they're gonna do a 5-pot instead of a 1-pot, and then you just go face. I think you just go face. No. Okay. All right. So our opponent has spell damage. Has damage to all minions, which is fine. We can't make this any healthier than it is, but we can have a good time doing some shenanigans. So we'll take that. Take that. We'll take that. And then we are going to, we're not going to touch this yet because we've got a lot of evolutions to do. Whenever a spell deals damage, restore that health to your hero. We don't have anything that does that. But we can do this. Great battle cry. Doesn't help us there. And then we can do this. Oh, hey. Barnes, it's been a while. Gonna make you bigger. What does this do? Whenever another minion is frozen, you put a copy of it in your hand. And then we did 5 damage to your face. That just felt great. It's better than the 3-4. Not a great 6-drop. Although... Yeah, okay. If it had lived, which obviously it didn't live, if it had lived, we could have frozen a minion and get a copy in our hand, because we do have a card that freezes. So let's just invoke and do 9 to face. Turts. So yes, Asmo, we did have a card. We are one of the few playable cards in any meta at all that does freeze. So we could have if that had lived. Oh, you had Reno. Okay. So our opponent had Reno. But our opponent will no longer have a Reno on the board because we are going to destroy that Reno. We'll just do this one first. And we'll do that there. So our opponent is not going to get rid of that Reno. Our opponent has only played 1 Death Rattle. We are going to make it so that they do not get to copy there, because what's 2 damage to face when they could theoretically copy that and have it again if we gave them the option? We cannot give them the option. We cannot. Okay. Okay. All right. So we could Pact. I kind of like Pact. I also like Invoking. I like Invoking a lot. We'll just... I like double Evoking. And I like hitting you in the face for 4. They would use a, what's a minion that copies. It's 3 cost. Puts a copy. Right? Yeah. I forget. But there is a card that does that. I forget which one. But there is a card that you can play that will just copy a minion that's a 3 cost. So you couldn't do it on that turn, but you can do it in the future. Okay. That's fine. It's a fine villain's chosen. We can just pick that. Well, let's just do this. Let's just do this. We've invoked so much. We'll just do that. Oh, hell yeah! Asmo, I do forget the name of the card, but there's a card that would do that, and like that. This deck wants to play. They want to play that with their hero, with what would it call? They want to play that with Amara and have a second copy of Amara, but they'd also take another copy of Reno. Doctor Boom. Hey, it's Doctor Boom. That's a card you could play if you wanted to. We can't do 1 damage. Yeah, Asmo, I forget. It's a 3 cost. Uh, damn, we can't do 1 damage. But we can. Well, we might be able to do 1 damage. So let's do this, because it's good. Let's do this, because it's good. And then let's do this, because maybe... No. We'll get a very bad 7-drop. I was like, what if we get a 7-drop that'll just save the day? Epic. If I knew the answer to that question, and it wasn't, I would not say. I don't know the answer to that question, but I would never be the person to tell you before someone makes that announcement. I would. That is just not my thing. I will say that Dan tweeted about a podcast that went up this week that Dan produced. So I assume that he is still working for WWE. I have no way of knowing that for sure. But if I did know, and he hadn't told everybody, I would. My assumption is that Dan is going stir crazy in his apartment, and is streaming because he needs a distraction. That is my guess. We're just going to go ahead and win here. We won. We're just going to go ahead and win there. We don't need to do anything fancy with that. But yeah, Epic, that is my guess, is that Dan is just streaming because he is... one would assume that podcasts done as they're doing them are something that WWE would like to continue. Yeah. Yes, a lot of people were laid off. A lot of people were furloughed, and the assumption being that Dan, since he was such a recent hire, could have been furloughed. But he does produce a number of podcasts. Now, he doesn't get to record those in a studio anymore or remotely in the room, but he does. But one would assume that he is still doing the recordings, because also you could theorize, and we're not here to theorize, but you could theorize. Oh well, they're probably like just asking. They don't really need that. They'll just have like Xavier Woods do it. But YouTube.com/WWE is still putting clips up, and I'm telling you right now that Xavier Woods is not clipping points of his podcast to go up there. One would have to assume. Now, advertisements are in a bit of a trouble right now. But all right, let's try to hit 6, and then we'll play Arena. This will be our last game of Wild for now, and then we'll get to Arena. But yeah, he has not made any announcements. I don't have any information for you, but one would assume that also Dan is in a position where he can theoretically, a big portion of his job would be to be on the road um, and travel in some capacity to go and whatever. He does benefit for one of his jobs, one of his podcasts, like involves somebody who wasn't traveling anyway and won't be traveling. So one would assume the guy who is still they don't need Woods on TV, which definitely benefits that. So they do have to do it on Zoom anyway. I enjoyed the GB East reunion for charity a lot. Yeah, Epic. It was nice. It was nice having them there. Okay, so we've got some good cards here. We can do some good reactions. One would assume our Warlock here is going to be it might be a Singleton deck, some Galakron shenanigans, a lot of just making minions and buffing those minions, one would assume, although it is Wild, so you never really know. We could just be playing a Darkest Hour deck. It's somebody who's just net decked looked up best Warlock deck and is just playing that. Although as we get higher up in the as we get higher up in the rankings, we're going to start playing some quote-unquote real decks. It's Wild, so it's still a playground. So we don't have some tools that we would like. We would like to see this kind of get cheaper to play with that before we play that. We don't really want to coin anything here, so we're going to do that. This is a pretty weak turn as our opponent gets cards. I don't love it, but our opponent. We're a board clear away from this being very inexpensive. There's Doomsayer. If we draw Faceless Corruptor, we'll get rid of that. We didn't draw Faceless Corruptor. I don't know. I think we're just going to hit him in the face for 3 at hero power, and we will just allow our opponent to delay us for a turn. Is that great? No, it does make this cheap, and so we'll add another body to the board. You don't love to see it. But we now have we now have some options for turn 5, which are great. We can also coin out. We can coin this out, although that's 4 damage. We don't really want to do that. Don't love seeing that. Okay, we can do that. All right, let's just do this. Make this a 10 drop. Hey, that's a pretty good 10 drop. That's what you call a pretty good 10 drop. Even when it loses its Divine Shield, it's still a pretty dang good 10 drop. That's a pretty good turn. All right, we'll see what we can do here. Okay. Well, not great for me, but also very bad for you. Like, hey, what's up? Your Mal'Ganis is gone, and I have 1 less desert hair. This is going to be reborn. Hey, what's up? Yeah, because now it's gone, but like, do this. Let's just get some evolves going. Hey, let's take 2 damage. Do I like that going away? No, but it's still a 10-1. And also, hey, don't forget, we can always for free mutate that and make it, we can make that even bigger. So, let's see. kind of don't want that to live. I don't really have a lot of options because I can do that, can do that. We're only going to get, we haven't invoked enough. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's just get rid of that. And let's invoke and try to get our invokes up because we only invoked once. So let's try to make this better. We're already in a better spot than we were previously. And then we got this for next turn. If we want, let's just make that a 7. Ooh, that's a good 7 drop. That's just a better 7 drop. Look at that. 7-5, a 7-5 shadow with stealth. They get rid of it. That's a good 7 drop. And then we're 1 away from making that even better than it is, and that's great. But this is good. Dragon's Pact works great now. You don't love that. But we can also, that's a 7 drop, so we can swing with this, and then we can evolve the fudge out of it. Wouldn't mind seeing Evolve come down, though. Really build this board up. But we also have Galakron. We drew Galakron, which rules. I would love to invoke that once more. It looks like we aren't going to get that. Our opponent did get something. They're going to be able to do some shenanigans to this card. Ooh. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Change of plans. Change of plans. We wasted it by only using it once, but you don't evolve. Yeah, you gotta make your opponent clear the board in that way. We would love to see another invoke on this. Also, this is a great reactionary card, which we're not really reaction. We're forcing our opponent to react. We also have Devolve to get through a 3/9 that summons 3/1/3s. So if that comes down, set ourselves up. Okay, we're no longer lethal, but we're in a good spot. I would love... Oh, friends, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, do we have friends coming in? Go and do that. Take care of that. And I can't actually tell about the other thing. We love seeing this, though. Let's do that. We love seeing this. I do not ride a motorcycle. The bandana is to keep sweat from pouring down on my face. And then let's do that. And let's just do that. Anyway, let's do that. An opening question like that is somebody that is here to be annoying. And I don't have any need for that, so we don't deal with it. I don't care. So, yeah. The opening question about if I am single, my dating status, is a thing where I'm like, no thanks, just don't need it. Just don't need it. It's just somebody who's going through a popular tab looking for, people to go and bother in their chat, and I just don't need that. It's not building the brand isn't important enough to put up with a chat that is annoying to me. And I think I've had, in 3 years streaming, I think I've had a false positive. One time where someone was goofing around and thought I recognized their username, and so they were like, oh, I can goof around because they know me. And I did not recognize their username, and I did feel a little bad, but not bad enough to, not that bad. All right. Okay, so we're going to go into Arena now. I haven't done that in a while. Uh, well, I know you, Epic Open World, using the Kate Stark laugh aloud. All right. So we're going to play Arena, which I have not played in a long time, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since we did it, and I figured, like, hey, why not? Let's see what's up with that and see how it goes. Uh, let's see. I think we're going to go with Mage. I'm just feeling Mage. You know, hero, reliable hero power, strong cards. Uh, okay. Summon 2/1 for the freeze. Give your other means Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 demon. Or Cloud Prince. Now, if I had any secrets in my deck, that'd be great. A 5 cost 4/4 that doesn't do 6 damage as a battle cry. That's not great. Uh, nah. Asmo, nothing major. Just somebody that came in to ask me a question that was nonsense, and I just don't need it. Just don't need it. Um, we've had worse. Um, okay, so do I want ice shards with a 3/4, or do I want? Yeah, this gives us stuff on the board. I don't know where we're going right now with this deck, but we'll put that there. Obviously, Frostbolt, no brainer. After you play a secret just over a spell, can't tell you we're going to have a secret. Having a minion would probably be good, but draw, we're taking draw. I like that, but I also like that. No secrets yet. Summon 3 1/1 Huntresses for your opponent. To have a board? No. We are doing a lot of freezing. We are doing a lot of stalling. Change the cost of spells in your hand to 5. Restore 3 health. Let's just do that. That's not the witch we want. Add a lackey to your hands. Heck yeah. And you can kind of see here. Is our opponents, because we get several chances, we get a few losses left. Is our opponents, are they going to have a weapon? Alex is going to like the new American Truck Sim update that overhauled the audio engine. Lets you roll down the windows. Sounds great. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +1 spell damage. That's a 1-drop. We're going to take a 1-drop. One would hope we're not giving our opponent spell damage, that we're just clearing things off. No. Discover a spell. It costs 3 or less. Heck yeah. Fireball. Now, I just said we did see 2 cards that were 3 cards. We've seen 3 cards so far that would help if we had a secret. And we just did get a secret. After your opponent casts a spell, summon a random fortune. But Fireball is better than that. Now, will that come to... Yes, that immediately comes to bite me in the ass as 2 cards that rely on the secret there. But also, we have 10 cards so far. We have a third of our deck, and if 1/3 of our deck is 1 secret, that doesn't sound great. Oh no, Epic Open World, there isn't like a just like pick random button. That you can't just randomly. You do have to choose them. I guess we'll get the friend of this one. I guess we'll get its friend and have another 1-drop. Ooh. No, that's good. That's 4-drop. I'll take a 4-drop. Okay. 2-drop. That is maybe going to have trouble dying because we can't really buff it to throw it into stuff. Another arcane missiles. Polymorph. Is our opponent's gonna have things that we want to polymorph? We got a good 2-drop. Do we want? Ooh, that's tough. I'm no expert when it comes to this stuff. Desert Hair. Hey, it's our friend Desert Hair. Not great. Induce the cost of spells in your deck by 1. Yeah. Yeah. Now we can get some. We can get a few expensive spells if we want, but also we have some spells, so that feels good. Troll, Batrider, Proud Defender. Proud Defender is better than that probably. We don't have any real 3-drops. I think Proud Defender might be better. Ooh. At the end of your turn, transform a neighbor into a copy of this. Don't think that's great. Death Rattle, draw a spell. Yeah, alright. That's a new card. Oh, okay, so no, that's not a great card. That's Gnomish Inventor, like we only have we only have real one piece of card draw. This is kind of, let me discover. This is kind of card draw because this is draw a card from our deck. But yeah, Flame Strike, and maybe we could make it cost 6. Basically a 2/3. Deal 1 damage to a minion. Give it rush. We could have 3 of these. I don't think that's good. I think that's way better. Ooh. Okay. So this is a good question. Fireball or Frostbolt? Frostbolt is definitely, obviously cheaper and more versatile. Does have the freeze effect, which is great. We do already have a Frostbolt. We already do have a Fireball. I'm going to go with Frostbolt because I think it's just a little, the freeze effect is just more versatile. And then I guess we'll get a Raptor. We've got so many spells. I guess that'll be good. Oh, there you go. Speaking of spells, Conjurer's Calling is great. We don't have a lot of big minions, but we do have a few. Asmo says, I see Fireball, I draft Fireball. I understand, Asmo. Let's do that one. All right, we're building our deck here. We got some, of course. Taunt while at full health. This has +2 attack. This is you play it as a 3/6 with taunt. That's not bad. I kind of like this like taunt damage spell damage deck we got going here. Especially because I don't think we're gonna have minions on the board. So we'll do that. Mad Bomber. All right, we are gonna put a secret. We have a secret, folks. And now Water Elemental. No, we have so many spells. Let's just reduce it. We have one secret, so do we play Secret Keeper with our one secret? No. Let's do Dragon. Toxfin, we don't have any of Murlocs. We don't have any 6-drops. So that's good. We have a couple dragons. I guess we'll do Magic Trick. Silence adjacent minions. Let's do Big Old Whelp so we get some card draw. Man, we got a lot of 2-drops. Do I do another one? I mean, I'm not playing Pit Cross. No. No. I mean, all right. Oh boy, we got a lot of 2-drops. I probably didn't need to pick this other in Kitster's Flow. I probably should have gotten the 4-drop. I don't know. We picked Mage, and Mage isn't my best. But also, I've had, when I played Arena more, my Paladin games were always lose-lose. So, all right. Magic Trick to discover an early one. Cable Rat for some refill. We can always do that. We can taunt, depending on what they do for their first turn. We'll get rid of that. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I wouldn't mind. We don't really have that many expensive spells. Oh, Pharaoh Cat. That's a good one drop. So we deal a minion and give it Divine Shield. We don't want to do that. We can reduce the cost of spells in our deck by 1 next turn. We don't want to give that Divine Shield. Fuck it. I'll take 2 damage from that and coin in order to... Our Flame Strike is cheaper. Our Fireball is cheaper. Our Conjurer's Calling is cheaper for the first time. Our Frost Nova is cheaper. Our Frost Bolts are cheaper. Our Magic Trick costs 0. Our Arcane Missiles cost 0. Feeling okay about that. And our opponent didn't even use their weapon to swing. Let's do that. I wouldn't mind pairing that with the Ritualist, but someday I'll pair that with the Ritualist. Ooh, Stealth. Stealth. Just gonna make that cost 1, huh? Okay. Can't deal that and give Divine Shield. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. We could freeze a 3/1 with Stealth. I kind of don't really want to freeze that. Let's see what we got here, because we can always add that. All right, so we've got side quest. Play an elemental 2 turns in a row. Draw 3 spells from your deck. That's not going to happen. Discover a mage minion. If your deck has no minions, keep all 3. Well, that, okay. Or Ice Barrier.
Observe and reflect.
No, just discover. We'll discover next turn. Let's just get a lackey in our hand and get some damage in. That's a good lackey. It's a good support lackey. Well, we'll get ourselves a mage minion. Bone Wraith, okay. Alright, they didn't use it, so freeze it. I think we'll just do this. And then we'll also do this. Booyah! Check it out. Wasting their time. Getting ready for our defender. Cartridge defender. Okay. Okay. Got a couple reborns there, eh? Going for the reborn plays, huh? Alright. Cool. Ooh. I don't hate that. See how we do with that. It's free. Let's see what we do with that. Okay. That was good. Now, what do we do with this? Ah, Order Lull. But I wouldn't play that right away. Wouldn't play that. If you're holding a dragon, your next turn, spell this turn costs 0. We are not holding a dragon. We have a couple dragons. But a 6-drop 4/4 isn't going to be great, so we'll just save this for another... Oh. What we got going here? We can... do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. And then we just do that. And just do that. Now if our opponent is like, I gotta get rid of this, great. If they're like, I'm not gonna get rid of this, great. I would love a little bit of our card draw. We got a couple pieces of card draw in this deck. And I wouldn't mind that. Alright. Well, that's more Reborn with Lifesteal. You hate to see it. I guess I didn't need to play it there. I could have waited. Hey, there's our card draw. Card draw. Hey, Fireball. What's up? Been a little while since I seen you. And just do that. Fuck it. I don't care. cheaper fireball. Okay. Got a Bone Wraith. After your opponent casts a spell, summon a random 4-drop. We got that secret. Do I want to freeze this? Do I want to fireball face? Does that make sense? Does that make more sense to just fireball that and ping it? Do that? Yeah. Do I like fireballing a minion and not face? Of course I don't. Have I been saving Frost Nova for too long, thinking they're going to make a bigger board? Well, now I feel a little better about saving Frost Nova, because they're definitely going to play something else, and I can't guarantee they're going to play a spell. That they even have a spell to play at this point. Maybe they will. Highest rank you have achieved. So I am not, by any means. I hit, in the old ranking system, I hit rank 8 in Wild when Witch Giant was a deck where you could play a card that that reduced your all your minions by 5, and then all of the giant cards that already dealt with that. So you basically could play on turn 5 like 3 or 4 8/8s and just win. I played that deck to rank 8 or 7, rank 7 in Wild, which is good, but it's not great. Now things are different. Alright, let's just do this. Let's hope our opponent plays a spell. Get ourselves a 4-drop. But yeah, I'm okay at Hearthstone. I don't play to rank. I never made Legend. Like, I like it. It's just a fun game, and I like playing like my Evolve deck. Like, my pure Evolve deck is really fun. Is it good? No. It's not good. But it's fun. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just get rid of that thing. I just want you to go away. And we'll do that. Then we'll also do that. And then we'll just do that. So yeah, I like my Evolve. My Evolve Galakrond is good, but the worst part of my Evolve Galakrond deck is the Evolve part. I could just build a Shaman Evolve deck or Shaman Galakrond deck with other better cards and be way more competitive. But I like winning with silly decks, and I don't mind losing with silly decks. I hate losing with net decks, with like, this was the best option deck. I hate losing that way. Like, oh, I'm playing the game the way you're supposed to, quote, supposed to, and I'm still not having fun with it or learning. So, forget that. Our opponent's never going to play a spell. They're done with spells. Yeah. Okay, oh, here we go. They got some spells now. Maybe we'll get a 4 cost. Meta sucks in most games. Yeah. Alright, so we got a 1-drop 3. Probably get rid of that. Let's ping that. And let's get rid of that. And then we'll do that. And because I have no other minions, it's a 4/6. I'm going to cough. Pardon me. Thanks to everybody who's watching tonight. We've got some more time here. We've been going since 9 p.m. Eastern. It's now 10:30. We're going to go for a while here. We only did, this is so far our first game in Arena. This will be our only, like, Arena deck, but we're going to go for this for a while. But we did very well. We did better than I was expecting at this time of night in Wild. Now, if we were playing Standard, we would have been in more trouble. Yeah, our opponent's just never going to play a spell again. Because they probably think we have Counterspell. Which we do not. We want them to... We don't care if their spell succeeds or not. Their spell, I should say. We would like them. Okay, well, let's discover something that costs 10. No. No. Deal 2 to a minion. I don't like that. So now we're just hoping our opponent plays a spell which gives us a great 4-drop. We've lost this game. But let's see. Here's the thing. It's our first game in this with this deck. So let's experiment. Let's see it a little bit. We could theoretically, they could play a spell right now, and we could then Conjurer's Call it. Now, they're not going to play a spell here. Even if they have one, they're not going to play it. They have them. They have spells. They had that. They played that 3/5. They gave them spells. It would be foolish of them to play a spell right now. All right. Here is our out. Is we are looking for a 6-cost Flame Strike. We did get that. It's not enough, but I'm glad we got it, and I'm glad we did that. That's why we have that 3/1, because we can ping it ourselves. It's not enough, but maybe our opponent will play a spell because we're so low. There's a spell. Cool. What's our 4-drop? For 4 cost. Oh, hey, it's a 3/5. Oh, they had enough to kill us. Okay. They had enough. They had enough. That's an awesome 4-drop, though. 3/5 with lifesteal. That's an awesome 4-drop. That could have been great. Oh well. We have 1 loss. Now we try again. That's all we can do. I'm going to go to my own tweets. Just retweet. I haven't retweeted it. I'm playing. I like doing that now and again. Let's getting used to this new tiny keyboard here. Okay, so we like this. That is a 1-drop. I guess we keep it. I like this as a 2-drop. No, Epic, you're not wrong. Rogue is a tough matchup for this deck. Yeah, Seawick. I mean, everything is a tough matchup for this deck because it's weird, and also I'm not great at Arena. But it didn't go great. No, we never really got off the ground with it, right? This is a very spell-heavy deck, and that's okay. We're going to take advantage right now of the fact that our opponent didn't do anything in their first turn to make our spells cost less now before we start drawing them. Because we can always, on turn 4, we can ping ourselves, but most likely we won't. That's really an emergency. But yeah, I mean, we're going to get a chance to see what this deck does. We'll find out what this deck do, as they say. I mean, you don't like to see it. You don't, our opponent doesn't have a coin anymore. We can clear it. We can't clear it right now. So we'll just play that. Put some stats on the board. Draw us a cheaper spell. We do have Flame Strike for later, which will probably be pretty good. Hellbore. Hellbore's a pretty cool card. That's a new card. I like the art of Hellbore a lot. Also, Hellbore. That's a good name. Give a random beast in your hand, +1/+1. If it had Rush, it would probably have to cost 2, but it would be pretty neat. Hellbore. Because you can also say this. Hellbore. What do we want to do here? Do we want to use a Frostbolt? Do we want to... Let's see what spell we get. I don't mind having that. We'll just do this and this. Now we got two frost bolts in here. Off topic says, meet my son, Hellbore. Off topic, I'm the only one who feels bad donating bugs to Blathers and making that sweet, knowledgeable owl so unhappy. Look, here's the deal. Blathers knew what he was getting into. Hey, I don't want to see bad luck Albatross. Get that out of here. Bad luck Albatross. Get out of here. I don't want to see bad luck Albatross. Look, I don't know. I have some knowledge. It has been a long time since I played an Animal Crossing. I'm not playing the current one. But, you know, it's part of the job, right? I don't feel bad donating bugs. I do feel bad when I tell them I don't need to know the same facts about a dinosaur. Yeah, he knows. He knows he's getting bugs. Hey, what's... Oh, yeah, I forgot about this thing. Overconfident Orc. Ask me anything about Overconfident Orc, a card I just learned existed. So we can clear... Do we really want to clear? And get 2 1/1s in our deck and use all our mana and clear the board? But what else are we going to do? I mean, what else are we going to do? I guess we're going to play Overconfident Orc and heal ourselves? Yeah, I guess we're doing that. I don't really like that either. I mean, we could have played Frostbolt and then ran our 3/2 in to keep from using Farseer so that we could heal this up. But I don't know. I know every time because I don't upset the digital owl and the bow tie, and I think quarantine is getting to me. Yeah! You listen. Yeah, Asmo. Quarantine might be getting to you a bit. Alright, so we can do that. We can get rid of that. We can do that and ping. Okay, let's do that. So let's do this. Get rid of that. We're going to hit that. We're going to ping that and get rid of it. We're going to hit you for 3. And then we're going to make some friends. Your secret's triggered twice. Cool. So if we pull our 1 secret out, this lives, and then they play a spell, we would get 2 4-cost minions. Oh, weird. They didn't leave it on the board. They didn't let a mage play some secrets and benefit themselves. And you know we're drawing Albatross next, right? Like, our opponent's not going to have a board. We're not going to be able to flame strike anything. We're not going to want to conjure anything. You can't target that. You can't target that. Frost Nova. We do have a Frost Nova. Oh, were you trying to... Were you... What? What's happening right now? What's happening right now? Oh, yeah, you were just calling a card. What just happened there? Did they... Oh, they tried to target this and couldn't, so they just did a bad turn. I mean, okay. Well, first, this is free. Hey, it's Counterspell. We're picking Counterspell. Now, are we going to play Counterspell right now? No. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Heck yeah. Too many tavern. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, sometimes people are like, Oh yeah, that you can't use a hero power on that, right? You're like, no, it's other things. Hey, what? Why did you get that legendary? Why did you get rude? That's rude. That's rude. I'm gonna have to hit you, and you're gonna want to play a spell, maybe, because you got. I know you got a spell. Face, fireball face. Look, I understand fireball face, but like our opponent, especially with the amount of health they had. Error just subscribed tier 1. Thank you so much, Error. Let's set the applause there. You're right. It should have been fireball face, considering how much health they had. Thank you so much for subscribing, Error. We can hit the barricade leg of the site emote and says a thank you to Error for subscribing. That rules. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Bear Cave. All right. Yeah, we probably should have hit face there. I guess we'll just do this. That's fun. That's fun. Now we got some imp casters. Eventually, we'll definitely just see you in the face. I don't care about that. Yeah, I mean, you know, that could have gone. We should have probably hit him in the face instead of doing that. There we go. No, you get out of here. You get out of here. Clear the way. When you probably don't have rush minions anyway. I keep meaning to do it. I've been to so many PAX East panels you're part of over the years. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for supporting. And thanks, for coming to cool PAX East panels. PAX East 2020 was pretty dang fun. You can't go face with that. But you can do that. And now you can go face with that one. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You get it. Ooh. Hey, Bone Wraith. What up, Bone Wraith? Go do this. Let's go and do that. Just go and make that happen there. What? People gathered in groups? Yeah, Epic World. This is a weird thing where, like, too many people probably were, like, in the same space. And, like, not joke, all jokes aside, the fact that people were putting on VR gear at PAX East as people in Seattle were starting to freak the fuck out this year, that was egregious. Like, I understand, like, people were like still going to go to conventions and still be there. People weren't starting to bail on stuff that came at Emerald City was one of the first ones. People still went to PAX East, which was the same weekend as Emerald City C2E2 in Chicago. But putting on VR gear at a convention anytime is bonkers to me, but especially at a convention. But it is, yeah, I mean, Error, it really did come down to, it was surprising, but it was like, it was that thing where, like, there were enough people that they weren't going to come in from Japan, and I guess some developers, some companies were like, you don't have to come if you don't want to come, and so that's good. We don't really have outs here. Magic Trick could get us an out. Arcane Intellect maybe could find us that. Yeah, we're in trouble. We don't really win this. So, Epic. Okay, Rush. Cool. Cool. Let's go do that. Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, we're not winning this. That's fine. Let's go ahead and concede. That's okay. You'll see this. This will come up. It was in conversation. They mentioned it, I believe, on the Bobcast. Uh, Reed has to say they're doing it. Reed can't say we're not doing it right now because then the Marriott hotels, which no understand why they're not doing it, but the Marriott goes, well, you're in breach of contract. You owe us XXX. But if the city of Seattle or the state of Washington is like, you can't do PAX, no, then Reed can be like, hey, the Marriott, our hands are tied, and the Marriott, and then insurance kicks in and everything's okay. Now, some things had to fight about that. Like, there were a couple events around WrestleMania that were like, well, WrestleMania is not happening in the city, so we have to cancel our event. And then the hotels were like, you could still do your event. What are you talking about? Because Florida hadn't really put in its stay at home at the time, or shelter in place. So there wasn't wiggle room, but there was perceived wiggle room. And eventually that did apparently get cleared up. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's really what it is. There's not going to be a PAX West this year. Uh, Spoiler alert: if there's a PAX West this year, it's my first PAX West I'm missing in a very long time. What do you think will be the first PAX to actually happen? So my I don't know enough about Australia and how Australia is doing. So my thought is we could see PAX Australia happen. My assumption is it will be it will be a later in the year than normal PAX East, that they will try to postpone PAX East and do PAX East, and that'll be the next one. I don't think we're going to see PAX West. I don't think we're going to see PAX Unplugged. I don't think we're going to see PAX South. Uh, Now, I could be very wrong about all of that. Um, because, like I said, I don't know enough about how Australia is handling things. Uh, I don't know about the neighboring countries that often travel to PAX Australia. Um, I don't have good information about that. I can't really justify that, um, or speak on that. Uh, so it could start getting worse. Yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't pretend to necessarily know. Uh, just do that because we can. Here's the fun thing about this: it's a 3/6, and we can heal it next turn. I probably shouldn't have played this. I probably should have played Fairy Dragon because now I have a 0/3 that I can't really do anything to, except I could freeze it if I wanted to. Uh, okay, so lucky. Uh, E-PAX if a year without PAX. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the logistics of doing a virtual PAX. Um, I could see a lot of the indie devs doing like obviously um, uh, indie mega booth is kind of like on hiatus, but I could see them maybe coming back for a virtual indie mega booth. Um, I mean, people need to figure something out because they can't go from PAX East to PAX East probably. Also, the idea of like PAX East, like I mean, there's conversations, right? There's conversations about like uh, let's do that, and then we'll just do this. Yeah, perfect. And we'll discover last, like you do. I'm not really paying attention right now. Flame Ward seems good. We'll draw a flame. We'll have a Flame Ward. That's a good spell that you kind of can't play around. And kind of have to play around. Good reactive spell. Look, I don't know what Philly is gonna do. is there is a decent room in Philadelphia for PAX Unplugged. You could. Uh, Epic Open World. So their big events is their money maker, is their big thing. So they do a lot of events. But they do other things. They have some websites they own. Reed owns. They own a magazine in the UK, right, or somewhere. They acquired a magazine. Uh, we'll just do that. We'll set that up. So they have other things. But a lot of it is running conventions. I mean, that's what they primarily do. So they want to have conventions. That's the thing. They want to have conventions. That's why I've said that I think New York Comic Con is going to happen. And people think that I am bonkers for thinking that there will be a huge convention uh, in October in New York. But I think that New York State and New York City wants to make a lot of money, and so they're going to do New York Comic Con, and it's going to be a nightmare, and it's not going to be well attended, but I do think it's going to happen, and that is a lot to say, but that is my opinion. I would love to be wrong about New York Comic Con happening in October, but I feel like it's gonna. Also, as a proud New Yorker, New York, the citizens of New York have a thing about us that sucks a lot, which is our opinion that we are indestructible and that we carry on and we push through. Nothing's going to fucking stop us, which is great when things get rough. But it's not great when you need to fucking be healthy and safe. And instead you're like, fuck that. I'm going to go do shit. I kind of just want to dump damage into your face. What's this thing do? At the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Well, yeah, hit that. I don't care. I'm just going to go face. Deal 1 damage minimum given spell damage. Oh, I could have had spell damage, y'all. I could have had spell damage for all that damage I just did. I really goofed that one up. Also, I'll be proper. I forgot about the spell damage. I forgot all about that spell damage. I really goofed that turn up. I like supremely goofed that turn up because I could have given this spell damage. I really goofed that up. But whatever. If our opponent goes face, that thing goes away. I guess they could trade into the 2-1. Oh, that's annoying. You gonna trade? You're not gonna go face? Oh, you could go face though. What if you went face? What if we drew Flame Strike? That's not Flame Strike. Oh, that's an annoying card. I guess we'll just have a 7-cost card. That's our turn. Yikes. So you guys all think you're the Hulk? Yes. Epic Open World, we all think we're the Hulk.
Your patronage is not welcome here.
So I would say that a lot of what's happening right now is me not paying enough attention and not being great. Great order lull, great job. Some great order on that. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm going to do. Again, I'm going to discover a spell. Oh, God. Look. Look, is this the right card to pick? No. Are we going to pick Puzzle Box and play it next turn? Of course we are. Is this the better choice? Yes. Is this a better choice? Yes. We're picking Yogbox. We're playing Yogbox next turn. That is the best nonsense thing we can do, and we are doing it. Well, even, we got to make, yeah. All hail Yogg. It's Ice Shards. We're playing Yogs. We're playing Yogbox. We are gonna next turn we're gonna cast 10 random spells. Thank you for the follow, Seawick. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna Yogbox. Now the question is, are we going to clear the board some? Yeah, let's. You know, let's make things a little. We're at least allowing ourselves another turn 10. Oh, what do we got? What do we have with tech power? Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. No. Well, that's bad. Oh, all right. Okay, there we go. So I would say we had one bad card. I think we had one bad card. Plague of Flames was bad. If we didn't have Plague of Flames, we would have been ahead. Now, but at least, like, in Big it isn't the best, but, like, dang, that's still pretty fucking good. All right, let's put that. Yeah, man. All right. I would say Minions got ripped, and Biggin is great in Arena. Yes, it definitely is. And drawing. Playing Sprint is great after you've been Biggined. That was Yogbox. All right, Yogbox. All right, we got that. We can give this Divine Shield. I think we're gonna give this Divine Shield. I think that's the play. We'll play this. We don't need spell damage yet. We're gonna save that, and we'll just do that. With in Biggin, this is now a 4/5. That's pretty good. And probably should have done that earlier. Whatever. We wouldn't have done that anyway. That's after we have this go. Cool. Awesome. That's a great 4-drop. Ooh, look at that 4-drop. Oh, you got Cleave, huh? Cool. Okay. Okay. Conjurer's calling. Well, do we conjure any of this? I don't know if we conjure any of this. I think we play this. Yeah. We'll play this. Go face. Discovering Yogbox. Basically gave us our, one would assume, gave us a win. Things could change, as you said. Big bucks, no brawl. Yeah, brawl could come down here, which would definitely ruin our fun a bit. We do have a reborn minion, so we do get a little bit of life out of that. And then we do draw a spell, which our spells, you know, we got a Frostbolt in there. We got a Magic Trick to get another Yogbox. Got a Flame Strike. We got some stuff. Did our opponent did our opponent rage quit, y'all? Is this what happened right now? I do believe that our opponent rage quit. Hi, everybody that's watching. We got a little bit of influx of folks in there. I'm playing Arena, which is not what I do. In fact, I don't remember when I got a free ticket for Arena. I didn't have to spend coins in there or anything. I just got it. Yeah, our opponent rage quit. Yogbox worked so well that they rage quit. Hello. Welcome. Hello to you. Yeah, our opponent rage quit, which rules. So we'll just win in style. We'll win with hero power. I mean, it slows us down. I don't enjoy that part of it. But we got our first win in Arena because our opponent, because the Yogbox, and that's great. Yes, did RNG ruin our opponent's win? It most certainly did. Thank you, Epic Gun World. I'll take it. But yeah, I had a free ticket from the last time they were trying to get people to play Arena, because I don't know when that was, but I didn't then. Like I said, I like to be the reason why my decks aren't good. Alright, what do we got here? Cable Rat is great. We don't need that early. We don't want that early. Maybe I wanted to keep that, but that okay, great. Flame Strike, we would actually love. Flame Strike is obviously a great tool, but since we do have two cards that reduce its cost if it was in our deck, we don't necessarily love seeing it that early. It's also a 7-drop, so that's not the best. We did get that back. Let's is this just going to be hero powered? Yeah. Would I rather my opponent hero power a 1/1 than my face? Kinda. I got one piece of healing in this deck. And we'll get ourselves a dragon. Turn 2 dragon or another. Let's give you an easy turn 3 that isn't my face. Witch Lackey, I'll take that too. Value. Yeah. Indeed. And we're just going to hope that our opponent doesn't have a bunch of Divine Shield minions that I got to worry about. Okay, they got a spell. Sorry, not a spell. They got a secret. I don't love that. Go face. Okay. Counterspell, Mirror Entity. Otherwind Portal. Spellbender. I would love to not you have a 4-drop. But if you have a 1... how many duplicates do we got? I feel like we have too many duplicates for this to make sense. I think I'm accidentally a whale for Hearthstone. I buy every card bundle. I'm not even that great at the game. Yeah, we're gonna look. We're gonna pick Dragon Queen because we have Dragon Queen is just so rad. Even if we have to play a 9-drop 8/8, I'll play that. We're just gonna do this because this is something with spells, and I just don't want to deal with that yet. But yeah, we're gonna take Dragon Queen because it's also sweet as hell. Got that sick, a 5-drop that's gonna give us some spells. I don't hate that, but Dragon Queen rules. All right, so. Is this Counterspell? Is this Spellbender? Is this Netherwind Portal? Let's find out. I want to know because I want to play Arcane Intellect. It's Spellbender. No. Oh, it was Netherwind Portal. Oh boy. Okay. Well, now I wish I had Frostbolt. Because now our opponent's minions cost 2 less. What if you didn't have minions? That would be great for me. Alright, let's make a 3-drop. That's not great. It's a 3/2 instead of a 2/3. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Uh, yeah, I maybe could have waited a while to find out what that secret was, since I knew it was spell related. I probably didn't need to do that there. Could have like played this instead. I could play defender instead of just giving my opponent the opportunity to have a big stinky board. Let's go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and do that. And then we'll just go ahead and do that. And we'll just go ahead and do that. We do have Flame Strike. And our opponent has another secret. Cool, cool, cool. You got secrets, huh? That's a thing you can have. Alright, well, this has got... Just don't be counterspell. Yay! You weren't counterspell. You were another Neverwin Portal? I guess because it's a new card. And you got a good 4-drop? Fine. Here's my 4-drop. He got 2 Netherwind Portals. It's new. It wasn't counterspell. So at least it wasn't counterspell. So I don't still have that 5-2 on the board. That's good. You got a 3rd secret. You have a 3rd secret. And you picked... What else did you have that you were like, Brewmaster? I'm going to have a lot of cards where Brewmaster is going to be important. I guess. Is this good now? It's not good now. I don't want to do that yet. I also don't know what the secret is. Ugh. Just doing this. Because it was Mirror Entity. Yeah! Hey! That was Mirror Entity, y'all. That was Mirror Entity. That was Mirror Entity. So I'm not giving my opponent a 5-5. I will take it. I will take it. Because I will hit that, and then I will Flame Strike this board. I am going to Flame Strike this board. Because you please, 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 please do not play a secret. Just don't play a secret. What if you didn't play a secret? Just let me Flame Strike you real quick. Cool. So we do run into a problem here, where when I kill this, there's a 9-1. So instead, we gotta do this. Then we gotta do this. And you still get a 3-4. But a 3-4 is, for me, better than a 9-1. That's not good. And we got both these things, so next turn we can go wild with making our spells cost less. And we are so close to getting Dragon Queen value. And our opponent also got that. How did that happen? Whew. That's a thing that happened. Yikes. Alright. Well, I can 6 it. We'll taunt this. That's something. I don't want to hit that for 7. I can do set, or, you know. I'd rather just do this. Hit you in the face. Stall. Yeah, taunt and spell reduction. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that. Also, error, just play how you want to play and enjoy things how you want to enjoy them. Well, that's great. Caligos, cool, cool, cool. That was one of yours, huh? Oh, you're kidding me. You're yogging. I'm being yog boxed. Are we going to lose this via yog? Is that how we lose? Is yog how we lose here? It could be. Heal me. Heal me. Aww. Okay. Yeah, get out of here. Alright, bye, Plague of Flames. Alright. Plague of Flames, once again. Messes it. Alright, and I got healed. I mean, there's a secret. I don't know what the secret is. Alright. Okay. Okay. Sure. I kind of don't want our opponent to get this, but I kind of need it. We'll just do that. Great. Way to give up tempo and board control. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why you. I mean, playing Yogg. Look, playing Yogg for free, Yogg's box for free is fun, but live by the Yogg, die by the Yogg. Yeah, you're not wrong. The only time Hearthstone ever stresses me out is when I play Arena, so I don't ever play Arena. There you go. That's an excellent strategy. If Arena stresses you out, don't play Arena. How are we doing here? We gotta draw a magic trick. So let's play this. Cool. You get a spell. Because we want magic trick to show up. So let's hit this. Then to this to ourselves. There we go. Booyah! Activated. Next turn, we are Dragon Queening. We'll also mirror entity. Cool. We got a secret too now. That might not have been the best one to play, but okay. Cool. Cool. I don't really want that. Secrets are fun, yeah. I don't really want a 2/4, but I'll take a 2/4. And you have another secret. How many secrets did you get? Look. We just have to hope that our opponent doesn't have another mirror entity. We just have to hope. But this is the correct play. Restore 8 health. Make your health 15.
Looks like I'm here just in time.
I bring life.
Okay. Not bad at all. Yeah, error. I'll take a 4/6 and an 8/8 for free. Okay, you have Blizzard. Cool. That's a good card to have. Sweet. Mazel tov. So I think we want to play Injured Tolbeer, and I think it's. Now, do we want 2 9/9s? Yeah, 2 9 cost. Yeah, I think we want 2 9 costs. 2 5s. So I think we're doing that. That's not bad. That was the one. Oh, spell damage. We don't have any spell damage right now. I think we're gonna do this one too. Oh, there we go. That's fun. And we'll do that. Cool. Hey, it's our friend, Nozdormu. Hey, not ground style. Haven't seen you in a while. Our opponent apparently isn't worried about our Nozdormu, and is just because they have Deathwing. Oh, because they have Deathwing. Because they got Deathwing off Queen Alexstrasza. Oh, because they have Deathwing. Then they played Prince. Oh. You know what? We saw 5 princes in our deck before we got a single secret, and we never picked Prince. So that's a good card to lose to. I'm glad we didn't use Yogg. They got a free Deathwing, and then they played their free Deathwing. And then because we gave them a 3/1, okay. Cool. I forgot that this thing pops up. Cool. Well, we won one game. So we get that, and we got a pack. All right. Well, we'll open our pack and see what we how we did. You know, that's fun. This has been so fun to watch. Yeah, Rest of it. It's like I said. Like I don't know the last time I did Arena. Let's play a Secret Somersault. We didn't pick that one. Oh yeah, Bamboozle. It's a great name. That's not necessarily the great card, but it is an evolve card, and I like that. And it is called Bamboozle. That's fun, and it is a that's a fun card. This is a fun one. Yeah, this is a good pack. I'll take it. I'll take that pack. Yeah, no, that was a good pack for Arena. I'll take that. We'll just go ahead and disenchant. We did it. I've got some dust and no gold. And show you. Did I disenchant that thing? Yeah. I don't have everything yet for the new one, but I've got the stuff that is important to me. I haven't dusted this yet. I will. But I don't want to get it again. So I'm kind of waiting a little while. This is just not a legendary that I want, and I don't mind dusting legendaries I'm not going to use. I have no problem dusting legendaries I'm not going to use, but I don't know what I'm going to use the dust for, so I haven't done it yet. Like I said, you just run that risk, and I'm not willing to run that risk that I'm going to just get it again, because I don't quite understand all of the stuff. And my Demon Hunter isn't ready to go because I don't want to play Demon Hunter. All right. Well, that's longer than I thought because because we played longer than I thought because our we got so much farther. We hit Platinum 6. We got so much farther in Wild than I thought we would that we started Arena later than originally planned. But that is going to do it. What's going to happen right now is I'm going to mute this. I'm going to go back to the intro here. I'm going to find a stream for us to raid because we end every stream with a raid. That's how we do things around these parts. My next build stream will be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Lord Crashton wants to hear that gong, so it's gong time. We bang that gong. All right, so we got to find someone. So, yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern, working on some stuff. Thank you, everybody that hung out. We are going to find a stream to raid. We got a few options here. Trying to think about. There's probably a lot. Wait, who's this? Sorry. Oh, yeah, I couldn't remember what that was. Sorry, I was following somebody and I'm like, I don't remember what this account is. So I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to find somebody great to for us to follow, and I think we're gonna go. Let's just go rate. Let Let's just go rate Dan Reichert. We haven't done it yet. It's time to do it. We haven't done it, so we're gonna raid Dan. He's playing Paper Mario. He's having a good time. He's wearing a good giant bomb shirt, so we're gonna go raid. But yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Come hang out if you want. Watch me build model kits, and thanks for hanging out for Hearthstone. This is one of our biggest crowds we've had for a Hearthstone stream in a while, which is always nice because it is a game I like playing and I like playing on stream. And if you want to come on the raid, that's great. It does matter if you do go to the raid. Follow along, get into the raid, and then refresh the page so it counts as a full view because that is important to people, apparently. But let's go raiding, and I'll see you in the next Build with Bear. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.